Hello everyone. Welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 10th of March 2022 and we are back again with some of the major articles from the Hindu newspaper. Let's begin our today's discussion with the very first article on page number 1 from GS3 Economy section, and the article is headlined as Cabinet Nod for a New Firm to Monetize Land Assets. Now this article is all about the National Land Monetization Corporation. You have to know the functions of NLMC and its objectives. Moving further on page number 5, you'll find an article from GS2 Polity and Governance that is headlined as Judicial Intervention Sought to Terminate Pregnancy of 10-year-old. So this article is about a Kerala case. The major highlights from this article to consider are: what are the provisions of Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 2021, its significance, issues and the possible way forward. Well, moving on, page number 6. In the editorial section, you'll find an article from GS2 International Relations, and the article is headlined as An Unnecessary War and Its Grave Portents. So this article is again about the Ukraine-Russia crisis. Certain key highlights to consider from this article are: why did Russia attack Ukraine? Timeline of the events that led to invasion, economic consequences of the war, the ways and means to reduce its impact, role of United Nations in dealing with a situation of this kind, and what is the possible way ahead. Moving on, page number 6 itself, you'll find an article from GS3 Environment section that is headlined as Water Management Needs a Hydro-Social Approach. So this article is all about water management, and certain key highlights to consider from this article are: you have to know about the Global Water System Project, why freshwater resources are under stress and other issues associated with them, what is the link between societal vulnerability and modifications of water systems, data of the 4th assessment report of IPCC in this context. Now this is important. Focused areas of latest United Nations World Water Development Report of 2021. Further on, how hydro-social cycle approach provides an appropriate framework to rectify the imbalance in water availability. Know about the several intra- and interbasin transfer initiatives across the globe. With that, you have to also look into why interbasin transfer of water drew attention in India and what is the possible way forward. Well, moving on, page number 7, you'll find an article from GS2 Polity and Governance that says a new vision for old age care. This is an interesting article that revolves around old age. Certain key highlights to consider from this article are: what is the present status of India's aging population? Data of the United Nations World Population Aging Report in this context. What is the quality of health in homes for elderly, some challenges faced by them, and why is there a need for a robust public policy to support homes for elderly people. Moving on, page number 10, you'll find an article from GS3 Economy section that is headlined as PMLA Cases, Supreme Court Turns Focus on Under Trials, Endless Wait. This article is all about money laundering. So from this article, certain key highlights to consider are: what is money laundering, some issues and challenges, consequences, the global efforts for prevention of money laundering, and what are the initiatives taken by India in this regard. Moving on, page number 10 itself, you'll find an article from GS2 Health section that is headlined as Cabinet Nod for Center for Traditional Medicine. Now from this article, you have to know about the World Health Organization Global Center for Traditional Medicine, its objectives and need. Now this is important because this particular center is established in Jamnagar in Gujarat. Moving on further, on page number 12, you'll find an article from GS2 Polity and Governance, and the article is about labor codes. The article says, labor codes to take care of most compliance hassles. From this article, certain key highlights to consider are: what are the new labor codes in India, the benefits and concerns with the labor code, and what is the conclusion. So that's a wrap of today's Headlines of the Day. I hope you liked the video. For regular updates, you can follow us on our social media handles. And for more such videos, do stay tuned to the Next IAS YouTube channel.